How you going there?
All right, mate.
My name's Brian Logan, from Australia. Thanks for stopping there, mate. Most of you Brits are miserable bastards. I've been travelling around the UK. Lived on a roundabout for a couple of months. Pretty good. Caught a couple of voles. Take the head off, couple of pounds of butter up the guts, chuck them on the fire. Beautiful. Now when you're stoked, you've got to be careful. There's a bit of venom behind the head. You've got to suck that out, take the head off, 4 pounds of butter up the guts. Beautiful. Rip the spine out. You can make a CD rack out of it. Sell it at a craft fair. I'm going to do that, save up, get myself a few quid, get myself a gun. Yeah, bring down something a bit bigger. Is this a pommy car? Well, there's the horn. Look, that'll scare the mice off the road. Why are we stopping, mate?
Out.
Miserable pommy bastard! How you going there, mate? Didn't think you were going to stop there, you miserable poker-faced bastard. Christ, the UK is pretty bloody grim. I had to kill a pine marten this morning with my bare hands. Ripped its spine out, couple of pounds of butter up its guts. Beautiful. Where to kick your jazz mags in, mate? You ever seen the Duke of Knockers? It's like a porn version of Braveheart. Tits, a lot of woad flying around. Beautiful. Why we stopping, mate? What's stuck in you useless polly bastard? Dear, what sort of stupid bloody car do you call this? Coffee idiots who drive anything. Dear. They got any music there, doll? What's this? The best of Enya. Dear, oh dear, you don't need that. You'll just stick your head out the window, let the wind whistle through your ears for a couple of hours. Celine Dion. She's a skinny bastard. No, be right. What's it? Now, Gary Barlow. Now, you'll be all right with him out of the bush. You got your red meat, you got your white meat, get your crock pot happening. He'd keep you going for weeks. Can't you make this bloody thing go any faster? Put your foot down, dog.
Right! Get out!
You miserable vomit! My bag! You got my bloody bag! Well, I don't need it anyway. I can get everything I want with these. Get myself a few worms, dry them out, make a seagull trap. All you Brits are idiots. You ever seen that fella French Spencer? Bumping into things, knocking things over, roller skating under a lorry. God, the guy's a stupid, clumsy bastard. He was about 5 minutes back in the bush. Somebody shoot the bastard for being such a stupid, bloody idiot. Chuck him on the fire, a few pounds of butter up his guts, rip his spine out, cover him in glowworms, wave it around, disco. Beautiful. Is it the airbag? How hard are you going to hit this? Look, speed him up. Look at that. Why we're stopping, mate? Get thanks. And me? Get thanks. You scared little pommy idiot!
You see, these days, anyone can be a philosopher, I think. Yeah. Anyone that thinks about something to a certain degree and arrives at a useful conclusion can be called a philosopher. For example, a woman wrote into Woman's Own, right, which is a cracking read, and, brilliant, all the knitting, recipes, oh, brilliant. And she wrote in to suggest that a good way to clean your cheese graters, right, was to hold them out the windows and go up the car wash, like that. Now, it works as well. Now, the thing is, that's not up there with Cartesian dualism, is it? But it's a lot handier on a day-to-day basis. I mean, you compare that, say, with Wittgenstein's theory of solipsism. I mean, that is totally useless. And that's a belter as well. According to that, only I exist. Everything else exists purely in my imagination. I go out the room, you cease to exist. You go out the room, I cease to exist. Now, in reality, he meant it metaphorically, but hypothetically, let's take him literally. I don't actually think he had any mates. No, I think what was happening was, they were going out the room, and for them, he did actually cease to exist. They're thinking, let's go down the pub, this bloke's a nutter. But let's give it a practical application, all right? Let's try it in joke form. 3 solipsists go into a pub, all right? One of them nips out with some fags, the pub disappears. That's a cheap night, isn't it? But how much of you has to go out of the room to qualify for non-existential status, you know? If you bent down to do your shoelaces up like that and your arse went out the door, would your arse then cease to exist? Or would you cease to exist and your arse goes off and have a life of its own? I don't know. It's just a theory, all right? But I've got my own theory based partly upon that. And that is the quasi-solipsistic post-senilis billetomania. And that is, when you go out the room, old people start dancing. Now, it's very hard to prove, obviously, because old people are very wily. Or they're like coyotes, you know, big furry ears.
I can't get it.
Right, let's have a look. Do you know, I can't do it. Why don't you have another go? Oh, who's a big strong boy then? Find that. And that. Cute. Do you want an onion? No.